All right, One Lifers, what's going on? I am Verlaine, and I'm here with a little review of a game called Orcs Must Die by Robot Entertainment. I stumbled across this logging on to play some Team Fortress 2. This was on special, actually, with the DLC. Only $5. Unfortunately, by the time you're watching this, the deal is over. I think the most intriguing part of this game was realizing the actual genre of the game is a mixture between third-person action, strategy, tower defense. I'm going to let this little intro just play out for you. It pretty much sums up the whole game in about less than a minute, so here we go.
I've spent 300 years fighting for the Order. I've killed thousands of orcs and defended dozens of rifts. And this is how it ends. One slip in a kobold's blood, and my skull cracks open on the gatehouse steps. So now the task of defending this fortress falls to my apprentice. That's it then. The world is doomed.
It's all up to me now. Rest well, crazy old man. First things first.
All right, one of the first things you'll notice is that the sense of humor of the game is kind of, I don't know, I would say maybe Army of Darkness, kind of like some dark, twisted kind of humor. You're a cocky apprentice, and you're just out to show your powers. This is the spell book. You open it every time you start a level. Every time you advance in a level, you get an extra spell or trap. Each one, of course, does different things. The arrow, the crossbow, as you can see, is locked. You always have the crossbow. Everything else you fill in with the slots, which are coincide with the number on the keyboard. So 1 would be the crossbow. If you equip the spikes on the floor, that's going to be button 2. Of course, sometimes if you pick another spell that's not a trap, it might advance to the second one. But you can also get things like the archer, and I'm sure later on in the game you can get other kinds of supporting troops. Everybody costs money or mana, whatever you want to call it, and you earn it as you go through the game. So, starting the game, as you see, I could push G to unleash the Horde. The Horde comes through that door right there. They're not going to break through until I press the G button. Now, see these blue streams that are going from the door to the blue thing back there? That's the rift that you're protecting. And those blue trails are the tracks that the orcs are going to take to get to the rift. That is, of course, unless you start attacking them and then they'll detour off that track. So it helps you when you're placing your traps to know where they're coming from. As you can see, after I place this wall spike, the orange is the radius and the track of the trap, of how far the trap's going to go, where it's going to affect the area of the affected. So what I'm doing is I'm going to try to kind of strategize and put this tar pit, which slows the enemy down, in front of the spike wall, because then, you know, it'll give the spikes more of a chance to attack them. And then I have just a little more money. I'm going to spend it on a spiked floor, put it in front of the door, arm myself. That is a self-detonating chemical bomb. You can also shoot it, and it releases acid everywhere. So I'm going to arm my crossbow, push G, and start the level. I like the graphics of this game a lot. They're very simple, but still effective. A lot of the game also is based on, you know, watching the different deaths that you can put the orcs through. As you get further into the levels and maybe go back, you'll get used to the game, and then you could set up traps. You'll get used to the game, and then you could set up traps so that you could actually see what happens. See that the acid ball makes them all turn to skeletons. You got the wall spikes, and these arrows coming from behind me are actually 2 troops that this stage has. Not all stages have archers and knights to help you, but some do. So then every time you pass a wave, it's going to give you 12 seconds. You get more mana to spend on traps as you kill enemies. So I'm just going to set this floor furnace up and wait for them to come back. And as you see, when I'm shooting the arrow, I'm kind of waiting a little bit and not just unleashing hell. As you push the button, you'll see the reticule spreads out. Just like in every kind of shooting game, you know, if you just like hold the button down, you're just gonna shoot more randomly as opposed to just letting it settle down and get more of a precise shot. So that's all I'm trying to do. I find it more effective to go for the head than just unleash rapid, but you know, it happens when the orcs get a little too in my face. Now keep in mind too that this is the first level and I actually have more traps than they actually let you have, so I mean if I wanted to I could probably go all out, set the whole room up that they come in with traps and they would never even make it through that room. Alright, I'm gonna get myself an archer. You don't get the archer for about another 2 or 3 levels. And I'll place another floor spike. I like to just use up all my mana. You can also do combos. Like if I set this chemical bomb on this floor, hopefully they'll cross. The floor opening will break it open and it'll kill a lot of people. And I think it might have just happened. It's a very fast-paced game, and one of the best things is the fact that you could just pick up this game, start it, play it, and end the level, and you're good. Kind of what makes Angry Birds so susceptible to being played all the time is that, you know, you don't have to, it's not like an ongoing journey. You don't have to sit here and, like, you know, talk to people and investigate things. You just attack. I mean, imagine if you could play Plants vs. Zombies. You plant all of your plants in the yard, and then all of a sudden you get to be in the yard and start hacking at zombies while your plants do it. That's kind of like what's happening right here. There's also like gun turrets, or I think they're like thunder turrets or something you can place on the ceilings. Some of the levels have interactive things like a chandelier that you can shoot and it'll fall on the orcs. There you go, beat the level, I dance around like an arrogant idiot, and victory is mine. After every level you have a chance to upgrade your equipment. You get a certain number of skulls and then each item to upgrade, which I've upgraded the floor spikes and the tar. You know, it gets stronger. It'll tell you what happens when you do upgrade it. You know, the explosions will be bigger radius. Those guys are cheaper. So, you know, there's a small amount of upgrading RPG to it, but it's pretty much an all-out just start the madness and kick some ass. And then, you know, had that been my first level ever, my next item would have been the wall spikes. So I'm going to go ahead and play one more level. I'm not going to really talk. I'll just let you guys check it out, see what it's all about. And definitely, I advise checking this game out and buying the game because it's awesome. And unfortunately, again, you couldn't get it for $5 like me, but totally worth a buy. I would totally look forward to a sequel to this game. So there you have it, Orcs Must Die by Robot Entertainment. Enjoy.
Step right this way, Mr. Orc.